Yeah, thanks for joining another episode of Ask V Anything, where you can ask me anything about real estate, home loans, probates, wills and trusts, and veterans benefits. This is Luis Renteria,
Luis.Renteria, yes.
and tell us a little bit about yourself, Luis.
Well, I'm San Jose native. I went to Pioneer High School. I went to San Jose State. Before I went to San Jose State, I joined the Marine Corps in 96, 96 through 2004. And I was loving it.
That's awesome. And what was your MOS?
My MOS was 0481. I was that red patcher with, the
This,
patches on the cover and on the sides
this,
of
oh, so you're the Cylon.
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So on the patches, you had it on both sides of your legs?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. Yeah. I remember going there and seeing you guys, talking to you guys. Actually, little side note, I still go there for Toys for Tots. I collect barrels for people and small businesses, and
Yep.
then I pick it up, throw them in my truck, and then drop them off over at Fourth Beach and Port. I don't know what they call it now.
Yep. Yep. It's no, they actually switched to a supply company. They're
Supply company.
I forgot the exact name. But yeah, we were just there for Toys for Tots. All of us here at the office, we headed over there and we sorted toys for about 4 hours. So it
Makes
was
for a long day, but it's satisfying, right?
yeah, very satisfying. We had like the whole warehouse was there was a mountain of toys, and then we had to separate them, like all the 5-year-old toys and under, boy, girl, in a certain bin, and then the teenager toys and the you know boy and girl. Yeah, so it was very detailed. Took a lot of team effort, but it was very worth it.
But you did it, and thank you for doing that. And thank you for serving, by the way. I don't think I ever
Hey,
told you that.
well, thank you as well.
Yeah, yeah, I did 12 and a half years in the Marines, mostly reserve. I'm a Desert Storm veteran. I got to go to Okinawa and mainland Japan during Desert Storm. While everybody else was in the desert, I was out learning how to drink efficiently
Nice.
and play volleyball and scuba dive, and you know,
Love it.
yeah, that was my job. But I was also a mortarman in the infantry, and I was also a forward observer. I joined an artillery unit for about a year and a half and got that skill set down. And then I came back, picked up a rocker, and I was a platoon sergeant.
Oh, staff sergeant.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Lewis, today we're going to talk about the VA loan.
I love it. I love VA loans.
Yeah.
Ask me
And
why.
Lewis, why do you love VA loans?
They are the best kept secret out there for veterans. Let me tell you why. There's 80% of veterans out there, they don't even know of this, of how awesome this loan program is. Most regular civilians, they're jealous of this loan because you get the best rates out there. They're the industry lowest rates. You don't need a down payment, and you have no PMI. So FICO scores can be a little bit lower than the traditional home loans out there. So they're great, and most of our veterans don't know that they don't know about this program, and I love to share that information.
But everybody, I mean, they know about it, but they don't feel like they qualify for it, maybe?
Well, they either, yeah, you're right, they don't know about it. A lot of them do know about it, but they feel like, no, I didn't serve in a combat area, or
Right.
I didn't serve 5 years, 10 years, or whatever. So they feel they don't qualify, but really all you have to do is serve 90 days of active duty
During wartime.
during wartime to qualify for this. So Operation Iraqi Freedom, and God, right now, I mean, it's yeah, just 90 days. And a lot of, I mean, if you think about it, boot camp is about 3 months, and then your
Hmm.
tech school, your MOS school is typically about another 3 months. You got your 6 months right there.
Yep, yep. For me, well, 90 days is just 3 months. So you're really getting to that 90 days when you're in boot camp.
Cool.
It's
Yeah.
plus or minus a couple days, but then you have to go to something like, I forgot what it's called, MCT.
Yep. Oh, that's right. MCT. Oh my God, I
I never
forgot all
had to
about it.
do that because I
I
was old school.
SOI.
Yeah, I did SOI because I'm a mortar man and I had to do all that. But
Yeah.
in between that, you have to do like another boot camp fourth phase or something like that. Did you have to do that?
Yeah. No, I just did my regular boot camp,
Yeah.
which there's nothing regular about it. And then I did yeah, MCT school, which was another, yeah, about a month.
And that was Pendleton SOI, right?
That was Pendleton. Yeah. Yeah.
School of
Yeah.
Infantry, right next to Edson Range.
Yep.
Oh, God, I remember those times. All right, so let's get back to the VA loan.
Boom. Yes. My favorite.
So the VA loan, is it truly 100% down, no money down?
It is 100% financing. So this recently changed though. So as of January 1st of 2020, the loan limits, the county loan limits have been lifted. So before you would say you wanted to buy $1 million property, right? And the county limit uh, in your area was set at 700,000, right?
Or whatever, right?
Whatever, yeah. So 300,000, you'd have to come in with 25% of that $300,000 difference. So as of this year, that has been lifted. So if you want to buy $1 million property, you can go zero down.
All the way down, all the way up to $1 million, $2 million, doesn't matter.
Actually, $2.5 million was the cap.
Wow.
Yeah,
But you have to
2.5
afford the
million.
payments.
You still have to qualify, but here in the Silicon Valley, I mean, you got dual income at $500,000 easy. I mean, you got a veteran working at Tesla and wife working at Samsung, and their combined income is, up over 400,000, and they want that $2 million home. They can afford it, and this is the program since they don't have to come in with anything down. And best of all, a lot of these buyers, they liquidate their stocks, right, to buy, and they get hit with the taxes and all that stuff, right? So in this case, they wouldn't have to liquidate their stock to buy, and they can get into a home uh, with nothing down.
Right, right. And only one person has to be a veteran, right? It could be the wife or the husband. It doesn't matter.
As long as they have to be married though. So just one veteran if they're married. There is a way to get like if you want to get your buddy, to buy a home, or your girlfriend, a significant other, and you're not married, there is a way to do it, but you would have to come in with a small down payment. Instead of that 25% coverage, you have to come in with 12.5% coverage. So you basically get half the benefits because only one of you is a veteran.
Do they have to be registered with the VA?
No, they do not.
No. So the rating system, getting registered, if you have like a VA, an issue with health or mental or what have you, you don't need to go through that whole system. You just need a DD 214.
DD 214, that's right.
It's no money down, but you still have to pay closing costs, right?
Yeah, you still have to pay closing costs. Now the seller can contribute to covering those closing costs, or Vito can contribute.
That's right. We'll get into that right at the end. So you got to stay tuned.
Yeah.
Stay tuned because this will knock your socks off. All right. So in this market, in the Santa Clara County market, you come in with $1 million offer, and then later on you got to say, hey, I need somebody to help me pick up the closing costs. You go back to the seller. They're not likely to do that.
Right.
How would you suggest that you negotiate that beforehand? Have that conversation with the other agent before you go in? How do you do that?
Right. I suggest it gets done up front. It's
Up
part
front.
of the contract. Yeah. So, $1 million purchase price offer, and 2%, 3% for closing costs, or whatever is needed. It all depends on the county. It all depends on what gets paid by who,
Right.
as far as transfer tax, escrow, title, and all that good stuff.
Right. Right. Like in Alameda County, the buyer pays for everything. Here in
Right.
Santa Clara, the seller pays for everything. Pretty
Yeah,
much. Yeah,
exactly.
got it. And then, so what you said 2 or 3%, but I'm seeing, closing costs like 1.5%. But then in Alameda, the buyer has to pick up the rest of that, like the escrow and taxes and all that.
Right, right. So it can vary. I mean, in some cases it's only 1%. In some cases it can be like if it's Alameda County, it's up to 3%. So,
Got it.
so yeah, it
All right.
varies.
Um, Yesterday when we were talking, you mentioned something about using the VA loan as an investment. Can you use that as an investment tool?
Yes, sort of. It has to be an owner-occupied investment, right?
Okay.
For example, you find a 4-unit and you can rent out all 3 units and live in one of them.
Got
Okay,
it.
that's very important. You have to owner occupy one of the units. The other 3 can be rented out, and you can use that income to qualify for the entire purchase,
Wow.
right?
So,
And you still come in with 0 down,
wow. So you can buy a fourplex
right?
and whatever, let's just say the payments are $4,000. The other
Right.
3 tenants are paying 1,250 or 1,500, and
Yeah.
yeah,
So let's just call it, yeah,
you're
15,
living you're living
1,500.
rent free.
Exactly. That's the beauty of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. That's pretty awesome. Can you do it with apartments, like a 10-unit apartment?
4 units is the max.
So it's the RESPA guidelines.
Right. Well, it's a Ginnie Mae
Ginnie Mae.
guideline.
Okay.
Yeah, Ginnie Mae is who securitizes the loan, and they have the limit to 4 units.
Okay. And then I have another buddy who I served with who wants to buy a mobile home. There's some
Yes.
restrictions there, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Tires have to be off the mobile home. The tongue has to be removed. It has to be converted into a permanent foundation type home, manufactured home. And you have to own the lot. Okay, so you can't buy this home on a leased lot or like a mobile home park where you have to pay the rent.
Right.
Yeah, it has to be. You have to be able to when you're purchasing this. You have to be buying the land along with the home on top of it.
Okay. So in here in Santa Clara County, pretty much, I'm not saying all of them, but pretty much all of the mobile home parks charge about $1,000 a space.
Oof, at least I've seen them up to $2,400,
It's
which,
ridiculous.
yeah,
I mean, you take that extra cost, right? Whatever, $1,000 or $2,500, you put that one into the payment of your loan, and you can buy a whole lot more house or condo or townhouse or a duplex,
right,
right?
right.
So those are some really great scenarios. That's pretty exciting. I have to share that with you and share that with my buddy. Good. All right. What are some of the questions that other veterans have asked you?
Hmm. What's my minimum FICO score requirement?
Yeah, that's
Hey,
good.
my credit is horrible. I just got back from deployment. I had a Capital One or a Navy Fed credit card. I only had $100 balance, and my minimum payment was $10 a month. And because I was overseas, I overlooked it. I had other priorities. Now my credit is 580 or 600 or lower than that. So VA does not have a minimum credit or FICO score limit. It's the lenders that put a minimum FICO score. For example, here at Caliber Home Loans, we have a 580 minimum FICO score, which is
Wow.
extremely low. I mean, it's the lowest among the lowest in the nation.
Right.
Uh,
That's almost the lowest you can go, right? Well, that's like 560 is the lowest, or 550 is the lowest you can.
No, I've seen some. I have seen some as low as God 430. So it can, yeah, it can
So
get.
yeah, bottom line, if you bought that Mustang and you had $2,000 a month payments, we could still help you.
Yeah, just have to do. I can help with the I don't want to say the credit repair, but I can see if there's stuff that can be paid off that can improve your FICO score. We just need it at 580, and yeah, we can make it happen.
Well, so what happens if they have a BK or a charge off or collections, all that? I mean, does that adversely affect you at that time?
It's a case by case. So VA's manual is very vague on purpose. Okay, it's vague on purpose so that we can tell the story. It's very subjective. Where hey, I went overseas and I had other priorities, and I didn't pay attention to my financials here at home. So we tell that story and we explain, we give the reason why things happened. Yeah, it'll approve. We can make it happen.
Okay, that's good. That's good news because there's a lot of other people out there that are pretty stickly about the VA loan, and a lot of times they try to convert them over to conventional or
I know.
five or
I know.
15.
I know.
So
Isn't that insane? Like, no, the VA loan is actually an easier loan to originate.
right,
You just have to know how to do them. Okay. Uh, like for instance, a lot of lenders out there, good lenders as well. I mean, they're wonderful. They just don't understand the VA loan, but they'll issue out a pre-approval based on the income, and that's it.
yep,
Then they go shopping. Realtor gets them into contract. They start working this VA loan. Now they need a certificate of eligibility. You need your DD 214 to obtain that. A lot of times, veterans have trouble finding that DD 214. Okay. So once you have that, then you have to send out this DD 214 to the VA so that they can issue the COE or the certificate of eligibility. Well,
right,
sometimes that could take a day or it could take 3 weeks. So imagine if you're in contract, you have a 30-day close of escrow on this property and it's taking 3 weeks just to get that certificate. Okay. And you can't get started. You can't do anything else until you have that certificate. Now you're behind. Now it's
right.
stressful. Now it's a nightmare. Now realtors are like, especially the selling agent, they're like, what the hell is this? This is a nightmare. I don't want to deal with VA loans ever again. Well, it's not that VA loans are complicated. It's just that lender, which again, very good lender, they didn't know to request all this stuff up front. So uh, the way I work them, I do all the legwork up front. That whole hurry up and wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
that's all me. We hurry up, get everything in, and then we wait. Then you go shopping. But now you have a fully approved, underwritten, approved loan that is ready for
Closes like
you.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, and now you can make those offers with utmost confidence.
Yeah, we have the same issue with solar, leased solar. A lot
Hmm.
of realtors,
Right.
there's a lot of inexperienced realtors out there. They're 3-4 years into it, and they're just trying to get the deal and everything. And then next thing you know, they're like, "Oh yeah, we have solar," and we're at the closing table, and we're like 3 days before closing.
Wow.
And the solar companies are okay about that, but the first thing I do is, oh, you have lease solar. The next thing we're going to do once we get started is start this process of doing it. And most of the time, the lenders only need a week, but I'm on the phone with the solar lease company, making sure that they know, making sure all the permissions are done, making sure all the paperwork's in my seller's hands so that it gets done before anything it
Yeah.
happens, before we even get on the MLS, because then we don't have to do the hurry up and wait or the
Yeah.
jumping through hoops just to make things happen. So
Yeah. Same. Yeah. Same idea.
yeah, exactly. Cool. Well, I have one more question for you. What makes you and Caliber Loans different?
I love that question.
Good.
Let me tell you. First off, you get to work, like your clients will get to work with me, Luis Renteria, United States Marine, right? So as a veteran, obviously I can connect with my fellow veterans a lot easier, especially, the Air Force. Sorry. That just kind of came out. Um,
You
you
hear
know,
that, Anthony? Michael? Uh-huh. Those are all my Air Force buddies.
Oh,
Mhm.
awesome. Now they're gonna come with the
They
crayon
know it.
crayon
I've called them
jokes. I
Air
get
Force.
it.
Yeah, I know crayons. I
All
love the
good.
crayons.
Yeah.
Did you hear that they just came out with vanilla flavored crayons?
Oh, no way. That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
that's great.
Oh, but you should see the memes I get from my buddies, my clients too. We just seriously we become friends, right? Like
That's the
it's
best way to do it, man. You gotta have fun with yourself, right?
yeah. And I love it because I don't feel like I'm working when I'm helping my fellow vets. It's just like, hey, just come over, let's do this. So it's not like that tense, bank like environment. It's like,
Right.
come in. Like my office, I have one of those punching bobs in my here in my office, and we dress them up with dress blue cover, and we have fun, and you can go give them a hug, punch them, or kick them, or whatever, or just have a conversation with them, and it's amazing, right?
It's like therapeutic talking to a dummy.
Right.
Kind of like work with a VA, right?
Hey, he's hey, he's a great listener too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, very good listener.
like a bartender.
So yeah, you get that, and we're brick and mortar, right? So you don't get some online lender. There's a lot of VA lenders out there that everything's done via email, everything's electronic. Here you get face to face person. A lot of the times it's hard for veterans to come see me after hours. So I'll make exceptions, meet after hours, or I'll do this. I'll do a Zoom video so we can at least, put a face to the name.
Right.
And Caliber Home Loans. I mean, think about that name, Caliber, 50 cal. It's just great. And we have a military lending division specifically to help all our veterans. So this company is designed for this. We love helping our vets.
Right, right. You're the branch manager at the one here on Almaden.
Yes, here in San Jose.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. And then working together, we have a little special program. When you work with Luis for the loan and you work with Abitano or Vito with buying a house, you get 50% of my commission.
Wow. That's
right.
That's amazing. That's huge.
There's some caveats to it. There's some rules behind it, but that's our way of saying thank you for your service.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we did our job. You did your job, and we want to continue the tradition of supporting our veterans, and that's the way we give back. Luis and I are going to be able to work with you. And just as an example, what that really means to you, because you have to pay closing costs. If you buy a $500,000 house, that's upwards of $7,500 that we're using towards your closing costs. So you can call it either Luis or myself. Doesn't matter who, because the program works together. You have to work with both of us to make this happen. But go ahead and give us a call. It's no pressure. It's all informative. There are certain rules that you have to abide by, and it's for anywhere in California.
One thing I can say is that we will offer a free appraisal.
Oh, awesome.
Free appraisal. So we cover that. And I can say that.
That's upwards of like $700,
yep.
$800 that you're saving right there.
Yeah.
That's huge. Yeah. So again, learn more about the VA loan. Call luis.renteria about qualifying. If you're a veteran, you served any time in a pair of boots or a uniform, give us a call. We're going to help you out with the VA loan. If you're looking to, oh, I didn't ask you this.
What? What is it?
I'm like a cat with the laser. If I have a conventional loan and I want to refinance, would you recommend going into a VA loan?
It all depends. So if you have at least 10%, I believe it's 10%. I have to double check on that. Disability rating. service connected disability rating, then yes, you want to go. You can go from a conventional to VA and not get hit with that funding fee, because to refinance cash out into a VA loan, it's expensive. It's like something like 3.3% of the loan amount. So if it's, let's just say, $1 million loan, it's 33,000 plus in fees. If you have service connected disability rating, then yeah, that's waived. And yeah, I would take that route because the rates are significantly better.
Got it. Wow. Okay, good. Well, Luis,
Yes, sir.
I know we've been Facebook friends for a long time, and we've met and we're doing a deal together right now. And I'm really excited about all this. And thank you so much for your time today. I learned quite a bit. A lot of stuff I already knew, but there's little nuggets that you learn. And that's why this is important, to continue to push this information out there. I think we should do some more videos like this about VA benefits and other parts of the loan that we didn't cover today.
Yep, absolutely.
For that?
Yeah.
And, if you're watching this and it's your first time at this channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the little bell so you're made aware of upcoming videos. We upload new videos every week, and we talk about living in San Jose, we talk about real estate, we talk about VA benefits, and we talk about probate, wills, and trusts as well. So if there's any questions you have, you can text me, you can make comments on the YouTube channel down below, you can DM me, or just give me a call. My number's down below. All right, I'm Vito with Abitano Real Estate, and this is
Luis.Renteria with Caliber Home Loans.
All right, and we're both Marine veterans. Thank you for your service. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you out there. Do me a favor real quick. Take 2 seconds and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Also hit the like, the little thumbs up, and the little bell so you'll be notified of upcoming videos.